While sleepy state, also known as wet dream, embarrasses some, it attracts many people. In this article, we will tell you everything about this situation. You wake up deep in the middle of the night and suddenly you experience an orgasm from a pleasant dream and get your clothes wet. This landscape, which is familiar to many people, is known as a sleep night emission or wet dream. Night emissions are not a problem. It is a simple response to a physical need, and it usually happens due to a mental image. While orgasm during sleep is not good or bad, it confuses many people. Ejaculation in sleep causes. Experts have not identified a clear cause for sleep ascending, but they associate it with high testosterone levels. One study found that men with high testosterone levels are more likely to experience night orgasms. However, 13% of volunteers with normal testosterone levels also had wet dreams. Other studies suggest that avoiding sexual intercourse for long periods of time can also lead to sleep ejaculation. If you do not experience any sexual relaxation, you will experience more night emissions, says psychologist and sexologist Marilise Swart. In general, a sleep discharge occurs during REM sleep. During this phase, the body receives more oxygen and more blood flows to the genital areas, resulting in an erection in men and stimulation of the clitoris in women, which facilitates stimulation and orgasm. Do women dream wet? Indeed, nighttime emissions are not a male-specific experience. A study published in Diarios de Estudios Sexuales reported that 37% of women under the age of 21 said they had an orgasm while sleeping. A much earlier date, in 1953, the controversial Kinsey reports also predicted that 70% of women had an orgasm asleep at some point in their lives. However, the secretion of vaginal fluids at night does not have to be accompanied by an orgasm. Night emissions for men always cause ejaculation. Vaginal discharge in women means that sexual arousal has occurred, but this can happen even before reaching orgasm. Does ejaculation sleep only during adolescence? No, wet dreams have no expiration date. They can occur if there is sexual activity. The most common period of night emissions is puberty because more hormonal changes are seen at this stage. In adulthood, wet dreams are less common because hormones are more balanced. Do you have to have an erotic dream to live the night emission? This is usually accompanied by erotic dreams, but this is not a condition. Ejaculation can happen without an erotic dream, even without remembering any dream. Having orgasm while sleeping can also occur due to external stimuli such as bed linen or clothes and friction between the genital area. A study published by the American Psychological Association suggests that sleep on your stomach can contribute to nighttime emissions. Also, even if you have an erection, you can have an erotic dream that does not cause night emissions and results in orgasms. Is not experiencing night emission indicates any problem? Not everyone has wet dreams, and this is as normal as seeing these dreams. Having or not seeing wet dreams is not a sign of any sexual dysfunction. Some people have never had a wet dream and normally have sexual intercourse and orgasm. There is no direct relationship between night emissions and a person's sexual life. Also, some people have wet dreams, but they cannot reach orgasm during sexual intercourse. Some psychologists believe that this is due to the absence of any psychological barriers that prevent orgasm during sleep, but there may be some barriers when it comes to a state of consciousness. Can night emissions be controlled? Night emissions are completely involuntary. So there is no way to avoid them or make them happen. Studies at McGill University in Canada have generally evaluated that you can control your dreams, but research has not reached clear conclusions that show that this is possible. As you can see, night emissions are not a problem. However, if you have any concerns, it is always advisable to consult a specialist to resolve your doubts. And finally, you can like and subscribe to the video and support us. Smiley face.